milkshake brings all the girls to the yard. My milkshake brings all the girls to the yard. My milkshake brings all the girls to the yard. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I forgot. My milkshake. Ooh, that's the round. That's the. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's go this way and then we'll go around. My milkshake brings all the girls to the yard. It's better than, yeah. My milkshake brings all the girls to the. Part of that song. Milkshake brings. Shit. Milkshake didn't bring everybody to the drive-ins back in the day. Well, then again, I'm dead, I guess. My milkshake brings all the boys to the. Could you imagine me saying something like that? My milkshake brings all the girls to the yard. Woo-wee. Let's see if they bold. Kickstart something. My milkshake brings all the. It's beautiful out here, y'all. You ain't getting, well, it's cold, but it's beautiful. If you're not getting your exercise, I always say if you can climb on a ladder and you can show up all those lights. Oh Lord, what's going on, beloved? If you can do all that, then you need to go ahead and get out there and walk. You know, maybe jog just down a block. You know, I remember in New York, after my first back surgery, right, with all that weight, it about killed me to run around the block, y'all, a city block. I ain't lying, y'all. We're talking about somebody that like to run, right? I hadn't ran in a long time. I mean, I was exercising and, you know, I was getting my hands dirty and, you know, walking with the guardian angels. But when I had to have it, you know, with the King James. They did an epidural. And the guy was in a wheelchair that did my back surgery, right? All right. Dr. Rakesh, if I said his name right. And I barely run around a block. I mean, right now I can go and run around a whole bunch of blocks, but I just, you know, there's still some pains, like knee. I'm working on some exercises to strengthen my knees. And you know, I don't have no cartilage between my toes, my big toes. All the years of working on the flight deck and jumping up and down the stairs and ladders and martial arts, to running, you know. Then that accident, you know, that pretty much culmination, even with the steel toes on. You know, things happen. It was meant to. But get out there, guys. Get this sun. We know this brand don't give it no energy. Just get out there. The sky is the bluest it's ever been. That's because last night they were spraying like crazy. I'm not saying it to give it strength, remember that, or energy, but they went crazy. So now it's all around, and you can't let that, no matter what they're doing, worry you. The prognosis, the self-doc says, is get out and push forward, you know what I mean? Usually when I go walking, I don't go live. But I was like, today I'm gonna take you guys with me. I don't like taking the phone with me, you know? And just get out there and walk, whether it's 15, 20, 30 minutes. And if you're sitting in a chair, and that's what your butt does, ladies and men, do what's called knee raises while you're sitting there. Contract your stomach, inhale and exhale, and lift each leg up. Give 20 times a one, and concentrate like an isometric. Like sitting there, right? And you don't worry about somebody, what you doing over there? Fart. You know, so they mind their business. Do 20 on the other leg and do it as many times as you can for at least, if you're sitting there for 5 minutes, do it for 5 minutes. And then when you walk, there's a thing called force walk. Some people are like, well, when you're walking, why you sound winded? No, you gotta breathe. You're using muscles. Breathing is what you're supposed to do. Some people, but you sound like you're aspirating, like you went. No, you got to get oxygen in, regardless of how less it may be nowadays. And you just keep pushing forward, you know. They want people to be Cro-Magnon, so they can do what they want, you know. Somebody was asking me, I guess somebody watches videos, and I was like, James, what do you think about the Hindenburg? I was like, dude, the Hindenburg, no, those blimps, as they call them, that's not what they were called, didn't have helium to float. When I told people about the Empire, right? The Empire State Building, they named it that. That's not, that's been here. That's our building. All right? Twin Towers was them trying to show that they can outdo us. Okay? Oh, they got pictures. Man, stop it. You know, when you want to learn how to build something, what do? Deconstruct. But yes, some of the people who came knew how some things weren't, but they knew they couldn't teach these mindless twits how to do it. Okay? They used to go at sea. When the Army and Navy, right, 1939 and 1940, they were using blimps. All right? There was no helium in them. They would actually fly on the energy around us. These things would charge. That's why you always see them going to the buildings. All these buildings had these things, grand things on top, and they would lock in and then recharge. You know? Because people believed it, the Hindenburg, which it shouldn't have been named, Germany showing the great achievement of what we had already accomplished, all right, in their new, which is called reverse engineering, was destroyed by those individuals you know of. Destroyed because they wanted to do away with the old world technology. Okay? Like they're gonna have helium. Everybody on that blimp would have been talking like this. How you doing? What you want for dinner? I'm going to the bed now. Come on. Like helium's lighter in the air, right? Do you think the blimps were hermetically sealed to that point? Be for real. If they had engines and gasoline and all that, come on. It was a bomb that brought it down. Now, did they have things on it? Of course. They may have had oxygen, you know? But helium? No. Unless it was part of a fueling system. Other than that, no way. There were way too many blimps. There are pictures. If y'all, when I go into Howdy Mikowski's book today, I'm gonna share some of the websites so that you can go and pull these things up. And specifically, if you're using Google, if you're not using Bard or any of those other, you know, they have ones that got secure with Safe Search, of course, that are crypto. They're not the greatest, but they work for a while. You can put those things in and keyword blimps. Man, they had all kinds of blimps, man. Things would fly around the country, protection. They had guns on them, all kind of stuff for the enemy. Star forts were still active. All right? It's mind-boggling. So when he asked me this, I was like, yeah, well, come on. Man, that's beautiful. And there's so much more, you know? Right now, they keep showing pictures of these armadas of wooden ships. Whatever happened to the old story, iron ship and wooden ships and iron men. But do you know what that meant? It meant wooden decks. It didn't mean wooden ships. And then some of them, in some cases, had steel decks with wood over it, which was more likely the case from my time in the Navy of what I studied. They destroyed the old world, subjugate everybody to bring them backwards. If you had the notion of what was, could you imagine where your mind state would be now? What you would be wanting to change and make better? No, they need scientists to be further push the perversions, and people who create and design weapons for everyone's annihilation. Come on, people, be smarter than that. You gotta be. You gotta be. They got these little fake motherfuckers riding around. They don't get it. Excuse me, I gotta spit that crap out. Now usually what you see while I'm just walking from, usually I run all that way and I run all the way down. Go up on the mountainside and then I run. Sometimes I used to run down to the bridge, which is way down there. But that hill up there, my home is way back up that way, right? I run down, run through here, all the way down, run up on the mountain. I'm not running today. And that's a little over 1.5 miles, people. Then I run around a couple of miles on the mountain. Or I take Snake Trail, which is with all that. By the time I got around all them homes, come all the way back up around there, I've been hit about 10 miles. It's a lot of little, all kinds of, it's incredible. Okay? That's where I run up to, and then I run over, and it's like, in 2 of the trails is 40 miles past the airport, and all that kind of stuff. That's where they made, Planet of the Apes and Star Wars and all that kind of stuff. But all that over there, I'm not doing that. Now I stop right here. I'm gonna walk right back. Just 25, 15, 25, 30, just a walk, brisk walk. Get the sun. I got a hoodie on, all right? And I got a thermal on because I want to make sure that whatever it is doesn't get in all my pores. I don't mind my face and hands and where I'm breathing. That's fine. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take you somewhere which is a crazy run. I'm gonna show you right now. When I say a crazy run, I mean that path. That's why I used to run through there. I guess it's not open because I don't run through there no more. Right here, this you could take electric bikes, and all that kind of stuff on. Right? See this right here? Look at this. Okay? I want you to see this right here. All right? Well, you start right here. Okay? 0.5 right here. Why I'm at right here? This is what I used to run. I used to run all around here. 10 miles. You paying attention? Okay? This is a different trail. Okay? Now, there's hundreds of miles of running to be done out here. You'd be running for a few days. If you're running with a bunch of people, Mylar, water, somewhere to eat something to keep your energy going if you're not carrying it in a fanny pack. Y'all know I like to go up there and meditate and run down the hill, running back up that hill. Oh, man. You want to talk about building some quads? That's why I'm strengthening my knees up. Because other than the fact that I've got bad knees, strengthening them can give you a little more so you can keep pushing forward. Especially with you people that believe in age being the alchemist of, no, the alchemist of destruction is the harm you do and not properly being warmed up. And it don't mean stretching. Warming up means getting the blood pumping to those muscles and those joints. And then some light stretching, not overstretching, because that can wear you out and do some damage as well as tearing ligaments and all that. And right here, I'm gonna show you. This is an excellent trail if you want to jog. You come out here and you're like a runner, I can bring you out. I'll run a little bit with you, but I'm not doing a lot of running until probably the spring, so I'm gonna get it back in. This is a gorge right here. See it down there? If you smell something stinking, it smell like, you know what body they like, that means somebody probably committed suicide, got robbed, maybe, whatever, from the res, who knows. But we always keep our noses clear so we find something, we go and we investigate. You run through there, all right? But you see, nobody's really been riding a bike here, only a few people, a couple of bike trails. And I'm gonna get a bike and start riding again. I had one, I didn't feel like riding it. Back was killing me at the time. I got frustrated and just gave the bike away. So I'm gonna get another one. I got a good one for like $150. Like, I was surprised. See all this here? Trail right over there. Runs all over there by the Adobe houses, the mansions, the Adobe mansions. That's a beautiful way. I would build a home that way too. So you see here, that's the hill I'm talking about running up. There's about 3 or 4 different spots over there. Some a little more innocuous and harder than others. But this is a beautiful trail to run down. It'll lose signal, so I'm gonna turn around. I just wanted to show you some of these passages. Running over here, the bike hop, they made that. Running down over that way, going down and running on the side here, which goes all the way down. Now, be mindful, there's some places that drop off that are like 50, 60 feet down. So you gotta be careful when you run on. Don't be going vertical and don't think to fall in the bush. Now, this is not that far down, okay? But there are places that drop off, and I mean drop off, okay? And these are good trails running up, running around here, bike trails. Like I said, there's different paths to go up. There's 3 or 4, there's 2 or 3 on that side over there where I usually run down, going that way to go by the around that way, around this mountain here. You have fences that go all the way around to the airport, and then those are like 5 different level of trails, like on the hillside, that you can pick to run high or low. And then they go all down there. They run all down there on the top. Sometimes you come out here, you can see people running out there. They come off the mountain and everything, and then they go all the way around. So I'm gonna head back on. I'm just walking. I just wanted to show you, for those who like to really get in. You come out here, and when I'm really geared in, I lose about 20 more pounds, if that be the case. Because like I said, I put on weight, and I wasn't hardly eating nothing. All right. And it's a beautiful place for those who like to exercise. You know what I mean? Who really like to push. And I ain't talking about no extreme stuff, y'all. I'm just saying, who want to push themselves a little farther, unoccupied by fear, and say, let's give it a shot. Even if it's running for 50 steps, walk and breathe, run for another 50 steps, walk and breathe, for another 50, whatever it may be. And you should really be doing that, okay? Usually after you eat, especially if you eat meat, you're worried about uric acid, get out there and walk. Burn it off. And take something that's challenging, as long as you know that you're not going to be tearing your joints up and all that other stuff. And before you know it, you'll be back in the saddle. The sun is just beautiful. I got my Tronus wear sneakers on, which are like walking on air. Yes, you got to get out and do it. You ain't got to go crazy if you haven't done it for a long time, but just push yourself. One uphill. That was all downhill, just to let you know. All around. When you're running with people, I'm running off the side, man. I got a fart. Like, come on, cuz. Come on, bro. It's downwind. We got backwind, bro. It's pushing us to go a little further, faster. Man, that wind ain't making a difference on me. It's called leg wind. It's either you got it or you don't. Beautiful homes everywhere. For those who want to get a home. I think that's too much, but very big on picking up your dog poo, like most places are, which really shouldn't be. At least not in front of people's front yards, yeah. Now, you still thought I'd walk around that way, go past the building they call a church. I was gonna go. I used to run up this. I'm not running up nothing. No. If I was in shorts and running shoes without socks and a t-shirt, I would run. But you don't want to be sweating a lot. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to allow yourself to be sweating when it's like 40 or 50 something degrees, unless you're really pushing it, and that's your main goal. But you want a little sweat, but not crazy. You want to be able to sweat and keep a cool so that we keep some kind of balance when your muscles not to atrophy too fast. But if you're running, you're gonna sweat anyway. So be mindful. Now, if you're profusely sweating, you know, you might want to bring a salt tablet with you so you don't cramp or whatever. And some hydrogenated water. They got that Christmas stuff out. I won't show their address or nothing. So they always got some pretty cool stuff out anyway. Halloween and all that. Turkey Day. It's a lot of that around here. Beautiful lights and all that. But y'all know I don't get into these holidays, but it still looks pretty interesting and beautiful. I might go and meditate a little bit. Other trails, they all come around here. There's tons of them. Tons. Just a runner's delight, you know? Not a lot of green, not a lot of trees that would be very beneficial as far as the oxygen table yet. And we're about 4,000 and 5,000 feet up above the water level. This is not the highest point here, but we're up there. Kibito, the reservation, is higher than where I'm at. And Tuba City goes down a little bit, but it's still mountainous. Me and about 5 guys, it was about 7 of us. We were gonna rent that to own it. It's a mansion. I forget how many bedrooms it is. Man, driving my side by side up there, we was like, yeah. But you know how it is. People fall through. We didn't do it. That's why I used to park, y'all see me come up here. Drive up here, just overlook. That's what they call that. Navajo Mountain. We don't name nothing. A lot of medicinal plants up there. A lot. Whenever I go over there, like, there's piñons to pick. I'll get me a potato sack and climb around in yellow, all yellow and orange. Nobody shoot me. And pick a whole lot of piñons. Roast them in the oven with some Himalayan or sea salt, and they're delicious. Check it out. A lot of fake history on those plaques. I don't even read them. Some of you see me when I go run around this right here. I run around this when I run from the home. Like if I don't want to run up all this hill up over here, and it gets those trails, and that's a lot of running. I'll run around this like 8 or 9 times, right? Usually I come here and sit down and meditate, but I'll run around this 8, 9, 10 times. Then I'll go in a circle and jumping jacks, bodybuilders, you know, still burpees. Then I'll do one more lap the opposite way and head out. And then I'll run back all the way up to the house. And if I feel like it, I'll run all the way to Safeway. You know what I'm saying? So let me show y'all. I always want to be sitting in the sun when I do this. So I'll catch a spot like this. I'm gonna face the sun. Now, mind you, let me see. All right, that's north. Supposedly, all right? That's north. That's east. That's west. Okay? That's south. We know it's flipped around, but you know what I'm saying? Just want to let you know, always be aware of your direction. So what I do is, I'm going to turn around and face the sun, and I'm going to meditate for about 10 minutes. You know, take the hoodie off, just meditate, clear my thoughts, bring something empty into my, you know what I mean? Deep breathe, oxygenate my body. Then I'm gonna walk on up, not to the house. I'm gonna pass that. I'm gonna walk all the way up towards like the airport, go by the park, and then walk back to home, and then I'll get myself some juice or something, and some water. I'm attempting to get myself to a point where I won't eat after 11 or 12, and then have like 16 hours of fasting before I eat again and manage my meals, at least 2 or 3 from the time that I wake to about 11 or 12, and just keep doing that. I'm starting to study and learn some different things, and I believe it'll be beneficial in the long run. This is the time, y'all. All right, and Rondo and whoever else, yeah. No watermelons here. The season's not really in. If you get one of those criminies, those are GMO. You know, if you're gonna eat it, cool. But like, if you can, get you some ground chickpeas, stuff like that. It's not hard to make it either. You can make it yourself, roast it, some I see. Dragon fruit's cool, but have a balance. If you're gonna do like mushrooms, like portobello, oyster mushrooms, shiitake, you know, heat them up, not in the microwave, and some olive oil, and then before eating it, all right, once you've cooled it off, drizzle about 3 tablespoons of olive oil over it, no garlic, and make that for 2 meals every day. And you might say, oh, it's bland, it needs something. And trust me that in the long run, it'll become normal, and you'll see, because I'm going to be making my business to do this quite often. Lion's mane, make you some mushroom teas, real mushroom teas. You see some of the flowers and stuff I have. I'm going to be doing that with the tea. And when I get back, I'm going to show you another tea that I like. I'm going to make it, which is good for inflammation. But let's go ahead and I'm going to turn around. I'm going to show you exactly what I do. I'm going to sit Indian style. I'm not going to do the leg over leg. And I'm pretty much facing southwest right now. Okay? There we go, southwest, which is fine. I want to have the sun in my face. I'm not sun gazing today, even though the sky is ample enough. There's not enough refraction and stuff where they're spraying that can destroy it. The first thing I always do, I make sure my back is straight, my head is straight as well. Looks like I'm sitting like a duck. Quack, 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 right? From the diaphragm, in and out my nose. If you blow a snot booger, so what? Right? Not in and out your mouth. Just to get that, make sure it's clear. Okay. About between 30 and 40 deep breaths, inhalations using the diaphragm. It might look on chest and no, it's all diaphragm. That's all it is down here. You feel a little lightheaded. For those who aren't used to it, I'm not, and that's usually what happens. That means you got oxygen in your blood. Now you take the time to clear your mind, your thoughts. And what I usually do is do the heart, lung, kidney, brain, heart, lung, kidney, brain, heart, lung, kidney, brain. You know what I'm saying? Either way. Okay? And I do that with both hands. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. And I'm going to go ahead. I don't know which way I was holding it. And I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this meditation. I appreciate y'all taking the time. Try it out. Give it a run. And I'll see y'all here a little later when I'm making my tea. I'll let you know what tea it is and Yeah. All right. I don't really like doing mushrooms at this store over here. I'm not going to drive 2 hours to spend damn near $60 worth of gas to $80 worth of gas to get it, which, full tank for me, it's not going to be that much, but just to keep it full. And I'm not driving all the way as many hours to go to the mountain over here in Navajo Mountain to pick and look and forage through the forest for these things. I do that when I go with somebody, a medicine man or something like that, and I know what I want and I find it. So hopefully you guys find some mushrooms. If you can donate to the books, maybe. No, I only trust a few people to do that. So don't everybody go sending me anything, because I know exactly what I'm looking for and what I'm looking at. Anyway, appreciate y'all taking the time. Let me get this meditation in. Get that walk up to the airport and back home. Show you the tea. Appreciate you. Who's that? DJ, Lloyd, Snell. Y'all just popped up. I ain't think y'all pop up. Rondo. What's up, beloveds? What's happening? Appreciate y'all. Mikey. Big Don Philly OG. What's going on, beloved? What's happening? Lloyd, Herbo. It's good, man. Get out there and get that sun. Make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? And we keep pushing forward, you dig? And obviously, y'all know I read all these comments later, so I'll reply if I get them all. And they've been bugging out lately with my lies. Like, it'll be there. I'll slide the little thing over, and I'm like, I see many more people than that, but it is what it is. Even Fear None is having the same thing, and a few other people having the same issues. So whatever's going on with the platform, something's about to happen. All right? So get what y'all hear in a little bit.